Hello and welcome to another video. And in this video, we will discuss what are AI agents and how to create an agent using the Python language. So before we look into the details of the AI agent, so first let's use the ChatGPT, as we know, which is one of the large language model. And let's look at some of the capabilities or some of the restrictions of the ChatGPT. For example, here I'm on ChatGPT, and if I give a prompt that please calculate the speed of any website, for example, or .com. Okay, please calculate the speed of official AmirKhan.com or speed rate, for example. Now let's see what reply we will get from the ChatGPT. As it is already saying, yeah, searching the web, I cannot find the metrics for official.amirkhan.com. All right, so again, that's one of the limitation, as we can see, that the ChatGPT or any other LLM or the large language model which is available, either it is open source or closed source, so they have a very they don't have the real-time data. Okay, they don't have the real-time data. For example, they cannot give you the real-time weather information or any other real-time data. So the reply we got here is that I couldn't find the specific metrics for this website. However, similar websites have been analyzed, and for example, yeah, this now for instance, amirkhan.com, and it is giving me the metrics of that website, because the reason is that at till the time the ChatGPT model was trained, so this website's metrics were already available on the internet. So as we know that each and every model of the ChatGPT, it has a cutoff date. For example, the latest model is trained till 2023, some specific date of 2023, and any data after that is not part of the model on the ChatGPT. So again, the point is that the ChatGPT or any other large language model, they don't have the real-time data. For example, if I ask the ChatGPT that I want to please book me the ticket online ticket for any airline, so ChatGPT wouldn't be able to do that. So now, if I say that please book an appointment for my doctor. Now, definitely ChatGPT cannot do that, because ChatGPT doesn't know who's my doctor and any other details about the appointment. Now, if I want to my large language model to perform this specific task, so there are two things. One is that I need to give the real-time data, access to the real-time data to my large language model. Plus, I want to give access to the external functionality. Okay, so that the large language model can access the external platforms in case of APIs, for example, so that the large language model can perform those actions. So anything which the large language model or the ChatGPT cannot perform, so we need to plug in some external functionality. So we need to plug in some external functionality in order to ensure that the large language model can perform that task. So that is where the AI agents comes into the picture. So okay, so again, to come up with that limitation of the large language model, so we will have to rely on the AI agents. So if we look at the definition of the AI agent, so here I am at the Google website, and what Google says about the AI agents. So AI agents are, again, these are simply software systems that use AI or that uses large language models. So AI slash large language models to complete tasks on behalf of the user. So as for example, here I gave one prompt. I just wrote the prompt. So this is the task. So this task can be performed by the large language model on behalf of the user. Now, the very important thing is that the AI agents, show reasoning, planning, and memory, and they have a level of autonomy, which means the one who will design the AI agents will give certain level of autonomy or freedom, which means that AI agent can take the decision. Or in other words, AI agents, they don't have predefined path, or they don't have predefined steps to perform. For example, if I'm saying that please book me an appointment for the doctor, or for example, if I say that I want to travel from New York to London, so please give me the best ticket available. So in that case, the AI agent will not perform the predefined steps and book me the ticket. Okay, what will happen? The AI agent will think, okay, will plan, and then will execute and will use the memory, and again will use different options from the set of available options, which means the AI agent can perform certain actions on its own on behalf of me, of course, but I don't need to intervene. I don't need to check, or the AI agent doesn't need to come back to me for any approval or anything. So that is the autonomy part here. And again, making the decision, learning and adapting. So the AI agent will learn about me, that how frequently I'm traveling from New York to London, whether I'm traveling on daytime or night or on weekends, all of those things. So again, that is where the AI agents will come. And again, to make the AI agents the best one, so you need to definitely plug in some external functionality, like to book the online ticket. So you need to plug in the APIs that we will see in the Python part of this video. So as we can see here, key features of an AI agent. So that is again reasoning part, which means they use logic, they think, and you can see that what they are thinking, what the agent is thinking. You can see in the log or in the output that what process they are following to come up to a certain decision. And based on the reasoning, they act, which means they perform certain actions, and then they use the output of the action for further reasoning and further action. And again, observing, planning. So you can read all of these points, but these are some key features of any AI agent. And where we can add these things like reasoning, acting, or observing in the Python part, when we will be writing the prompt. So you will see that the prompt for an AI agent is a bit different than a simple prompt. So if we go back to the ChatGPT, so again, this type of prompt we cannot write for the AI agent. So for AI agent, the prompts needs to be more elaborative and in more detail. And again, we will see that in the example. Now, if we quickly go through the difference between the AI agents, assistants, and bots. Okay. So AI agents, they are autonomous and proactively perform the tasks. Whereas assistant, they are assisting users with the task. So if I'm performing a task manually, for example, as I'm writing an email on Gmail, so again the text completion or the sentence completion, so that is, there is an assistant who is assisting me in order to write the full sentence. Okay, so autocomplete thing of the Gmail. So that is the AI assistant working at the background. So AI agent, again, proactively performing the tasks, and it is autonomous. Whereas assistant, these are not autonomous, they are just assisting the user. And bot, automating. So bot mostly are used for the automation, which means there are some predefined tasks which the bot needs to perform. So if I ask a bot to book me an appointment or to schedule an appointment for me, so it will just go to a certain website and enter my data and book the appointment, and it will not be using any reasoning or logic So it is just performing step number 1, 2, 3, whatever have been defined while designing the bot. Okay, capabilities of the agent: can perform complex multi-step actions, learns and adapts. And again, this is important, that can make decisions independently. And AI assistant respond to requests or prompts. And for the bot, again, they follow predefined rules. They have limited learning and very basic interaction. Okay, so these are some of the key differences between the agent, assistant, and the bot. For the agent, again, which we will discuss shortly, that the key feature of any AI agent is the prompt. Prompts are a bit different than the normal prompts that we are using in the large language models. So how do the AI agents work? So whenever you are designing any agent or any chat model, so definitely you'll have to create a persona, which means you will have to inform the AI agent that what type of person or what type of personality you are. What is that includes your role basically. So you'll have to specify the role, like you are a marketing expert or you are a medical expert. So based on that, you will have to define the persona. Memory, uh, mostly all of the agents, they have the short-term memory, and you can specify that up to which levels back you want to retain the memory, whether you want to retain the full memory, short memory. So because again, you don't need to refer your subject in each and every prompt. Okay, so again, in the second or third prompt, you are just giving a different type of information. So the LLM or the agent knows that what is your reference point. This is extremely important tools, which means if you want to enable any AI agent to perform any function on behalf of you, so you'll have to let the agent or give the agent access to certain tools. So the tools are the external functionality. So tools are the functions or external resources which agent can utilize to book an appointment or perform any other task that you want. So that can happen mostly using certain APIs. So we will see in the example. And model, so of course we need to use the model. So model will be using the large language model. So that could be the ChatGPT or any other open source model. So that will be like a brain, and using the model we will get that human touch in all of our conversation. So let's continue about the topic of AI agents. And now we'll be using the Python to create our agent. So I have opened the Visual Studio Code, and so here again, just the blank, no project, nothing. So I will open the folder. So I have created a folder. It's a blank folder, nothing there. So I will just open the folder. Okay, so AI agent YouTube, this is the blank folder, nothing there. All right. So in order to create the AI agent, what we will do here, we will be using the OpenAI API key. So I will show you how to create or how to use the OpenAI API key. And the first thing that we will do here is we will create a file that is going to be the prompt for our project. So I will just create a file here, prompts.py. Okay, you can give any name, so I'll just call it prompts.py. And here in this file I will put the prompt. So I will copy and paste the prompt, and but all the code and each and everything is available on the GitHub. So I will share or maybe in the description you can see the link for the GitHub, so you can just copy and paste all of the code. So this is the prompt. This is the system prompt that we will be using. Now again, if you recall in the chat GPT, so we were writing a single line prompt or a very short prompt. But here in the AI agents, the prompt is the most important thing. Okay, the prompt is the most important thing. And so let's go through the prompt first. So it says that you run in a loop of thought, action, pause, okay, and then action response. So which means that we are asking the large language model to perform a loop or different iterations. So in the first iteration, it will uh, think of some strategy, then it will perform the action, and then based on the action it will get the response, and that response will be used again in the second iteration, and then third iteration, and so on. And once the LLM will get the best or the final result, it will stop the iterations. Okay, so at the end of the loop, you will output the answer. So that is the core. That is how the AI agents work. Now, if we go back to the web page that we were going through, so let me show. So again, we can see here that the key features of the AI agent: reasoning, acting, observing. Okay, so these are the core features, but we need to perform these features more than once so that we can come up with the best result. Okay, that is one thing. Okay, then the other thing is that we need to specify in the prompt that what are the tools that the large language model can use, and those tools are simply called the actions. So your available actions are, now what is this get underscore response underscore time? This is the name of the method, okay, which we will write in a while. So we are just specifying the name of this method. This is the Python method which the prompt can use. Okay, and we are giving the example, and this returns the response time of a website. And then we'll have to specify the example session. This is again like a example scenario. So for example, if I ask the question that what is the response time for this website, so this is the thought process, which means what the LLM will do is will come up with this scenario. It will think that I should check the response time for the web page first. Okay, then it will perform this action, and these are the parameters which will be used. Now these are the parameters based on the API. I will show you the API as well. Then it will pause for a while, and it will get the response, and based on the response it will print the final answer, that the response time for this website is 0.5 seconds. So this is like a scenario. Now this is also important because you need to give an example to the large language model that what kind of process the large language model can go through. So this is the prompt that we will be using. Okay, now after the prompt we will now create this tool or this method, which is the get response time. Okay, so for that we will create another Python file and we will call it actions, so that we can specify that what are the available actions we have. So for that I will just copy and paste the code. Okay, now here this is the method, okay, which the large language model will use. And here I have currently hard-coded the values. Okay, now in the next example we will be using the real-time API to get the load time for each of these websites. So if the URL is officialamirkhan.com, then return 0.5. It is Google. If it is OpenAI, so this is, we are assuming as if these are the real-time live numbers, live metrics. But in the next example we'll see how to come up with that process as well. But in this example we have hard-coded the value so that we can understand the thinking process, that how the agent works. It doesn't matter if it is hard-coded value or it is getting the value from the live environment. All right, so this is the action part. So again, if we go back to the prompt, so we can see here that your available actions are get response time. So here we have the get response time. Okay, so save both of these things. Okay, so we have the prompt, and in the prompt we are using an action, so that action we also have specified. Now we will go to the main file, main.py. So let's create main.py. Okay, and I'll paste the code and then I will explain you what we have here. Okay, so here we are using the OpenAI. Okay, and other than that we are using another library, which is the JSON helper. So I will show you this file in a second, and then we are loading the environment so that we can get the API variable API, the OpenAI API from the environmental variable. Okay, so this is all about the OpenAI, and here we are specifying the model that we want to use. All right. So what this method will do, it will be from the prompt. For example, if this is the prompt, the user prompt, what is the response time for this website? So it will separate the sentence and the website, because to the agent, we need to specify only the name of the website. We don't need to give the full sentence. Of course, LLM needs to know what is the question about, but then LLM also needs to know separately for which website. Okay, so this method generate text with conversation also separates the website, so that we can again forward the name of the website, so that we can get the metrics of that website. Okay, now if we go back to the prompt, so we said that yeah, that you run in a loop of thought, action, pause, and so on. So like there will be the iteration, or there will be the loop. Okay, and then if we go back to the main.py, so this is where we are specifying that loop. Okay, so this is the number, so from 1 to 5, and this is the while loop. Okay, and it is just do the simple print stuff at the very beginning. All right, and then in the first iteration, in the very first iteration, it will get the message. Okay, and this is the model that it will be using, and then it will give back the response. It will print the response. Now in the response, in the log, you will see that it will show the name of the website that we want to use, because again that we need to know specifically the name of the website apart from the other text. All right, and so now we will pass on this parameter, so function parameter. So this function parameter is going to be the name of the website and the name of the function which we have in the actions.py. All right, and then it will do the work and it will forward all the stuff. So once we will run the example, you will get the clear picture. So this is the main.py. We already have the action, which has the method, and we have the prompt. Okay, we need this JSON helper. So we will create this file here, JSON underscore helpers .py, and I will copy and paste the code. And again, you can get all of this code from GitHub. So it is just the helper file, which allows us to read the response in the JSON format, just to make life much easier. So just copy and paste this code as it is, save it, and if we go back to main.py, so again the error is gone. Save all the files. All right, what else we have? Okay, so we have actions.py, JSON helper, main. Okay, prompt. Okay, now then we'll have to add the environmental variable to get access to the OpenAI. So we will create this .env file, .env, and in the .env we will have to specify the OpenAI key. All right, so this is how you will specify OpenAI underscore API underscore key equals to. So again, this is not the full key. You will have to paste your OpenAI key here within the double quotes. Okay, so this is important. All right, then what else we need? There is, because we'll be using the we will be using the OpenAI. So you'll have to go to the command prompt. Okay, you'll have to go to the command prompt and you'll have to go to the location where you have installed Python. So this is the location where the Python is installed on my system, and you will have to run this command OpenAI. So pip install OpenAI and press enter. I already have it. So if you don't have the OpenAI, so you just have to, it will take just a few seconds. So pip install OpenAI. This is the dependency that we need. Other than that, if anything is missing on your system, so you'll get the message in the log that you need to download some other dependencies as well. Okay. So let's try to run this file. And so for that, we will go to the terminal, new terminal, and we will then go to the command prompt. Okay, so this is the user prompt. What is the response time for openai.com, which is available here in our actions file, openai.com. Okay, so save the file and clear everything, and let's run the python main.py. Okay, so thought is that I need to check the response time for the website openai.com, and that is the action, the available action, and this is the parameter openai.com, and running this file, and it is the response that it got is 0.8, and this is the final answer. In the second loop, the response time for openai.com is 0.8 seconds. Now in the next example, we will be using an API that will allow us to get the real-time data for any of the website, which means we will not be using these hard-coded values. So for that, we will create a new project. So we'll go to the file, and we will open a new folder. So it is a blank folder again, SEO Agent YouTube. So that is, again, you can give any name. Select folder. So it is totally blank. And the first thing we will do again is to create a prompt file. So I'll call it prompt.py, and I will copy and paste the prompt. Again, this all this code, each and everything is available on GitHub. So it is almost the same prompt. So you will run through a loop of thought, action, and then action, response. So everything is almost the same with some very minor differences. So it will be like an SEO agent, and this agent will give me the answer whether the keyword is available in the H1 heading of the website or not, or is it optimized for the SEO purpose or not. So that is the prompt. And then after that, we will write the actions.py. So we'll create one more file, actions.py, and I will copy and paste the code. So this is different. Okay, so what we are doing is we are using the Rapid API, and on the Rapid API there are different APIs available which we can use to get the real-time data. So I will show you the Rapid API. Okay. So this is the Rapid API website. You will sign in, and once you will sign in, there are different APIs available that you can make use of, and the one which we are using for our project The API is the SEO analyzer. Okay, so if you search for this SEO analyzer, and let's see what we will get there. So if you search for the SEO analyzer, you will get different results, and the one that we will be using uh, is this one, SEO analyzer. So if you click here, so this one, SEO analyzer, and on the right side under the code snippet you will select Python, and under this host, Rapid API host, you will get the complete path here, SEO analyzer 3.p.rapidapi.com. so this is what we are specifying here, and then after the slash we are specifying SEO audit basic. So this is we are getting here from this con.request and slash SEO audit basic just before this question mark, and then the URL that will be extracted from the user prompt, which website it is referring to. Okay, so after slash SEO audit basic, so SEO audit basic, so that is the URL or the API that we will be calling in. Okay, and then after that we will have to specify the Rapid API key. So Rapid API key we will get here, so API key, so this is the complete API key. So you will have a different API key, so you'll have to just copy and paste the API key here, and in the actions this is what it will be using here. Okay, so these are the two files, and then so we have the prompt, we have the actions, and then we need to also specify the main.py, and I will copy and paste the code. So almost the same, nothing different here, just couple of things. So other than that, each and everything is same here. Okay, same prompt. Now the one thing which is different that I'm using here the simpler LLM. Okay, so what you will have to do is if you go to the website simplerllm.com, so this is one library that we are using, and to use the simpler LLM you will have to install the, check out the documentation. Okay, so you'll have to run this command pip install simpler LLM. Okay, so you'll have to go to the command prompt where you have the Python install and run this command pip install simpler LLM. It will take just 1 or 2 minutes to download the full package. So this is one dependency that we need. All right, so this is the simpler LLM, and you will just use the same code, and we are using the GPT-4 as the model, and it will use this action, available action, get SEO page report. So this get SEO page report is in the actions here, get SEO page report, and it is making use of the API, and you'll have to specify the API key and each and everything. Okay, so these are the three important files that we need here: actions, main.py, and the prompt.py. Other than that, we also need to add the env.env, and in the env file, as we did before, you will have to specify your OpenAI API key. So you'll just copy and paste the same API key you did before. So I will just paste my API key there. So once you will paste your API key, save all the files. All right, and now if we go to the main.py, this is the prompt that will be that the large language model will use. Other than that, it is almost the same thing. And so what is the response time for this website? Now, the one thing you have to be careful that the website you will have to use for this API, it should start with HTTPS. Okay, so that is one of the requirement to use the API. So if we go back to the Rapid API that we were using before, all right, So in the con.request, get slash SEO order basic question mark URL, and in that you will see that it starts with the HTTPS. So that is one restriction that we will have to follow. Okay, now if we run this file, so each and everything is saved, and if we run this file, so we'll go to terminal, new terminal, and if we go to the command prompt, okay, python main.py, okay, so it will give us some metrics for this website using the thought process and each and everything. So if we run this file, so let's see. So this is the first loop. Okay, I should generate a full SEO report, find the response time. Fine. Okay, so the question is, what is the response time for this website? And this is the complete thing here. So the thought is that I should generate the full report in order to get the response time. So this is the action it is using. It is using the action get SEO page report, and for that it is passing in one parameter, https officialamirkhan.com, and then this is the response, and from the response it will give us the answer that the response time for the web page is 1.07 seconds. Okay, fine. Okay, now if we ask a different question, what is the response time for this website? How can the SEO improve for this website? So how can the SEO improve for this website? Save and again run, because again it is going to get the full report, and based on that it will give us the recommendation. So again, if we clear everything and run the file, first loop, yeah, okay. So again, let's start from the top. So thought, in order to provide the suggestions for SEO improvement, I need to generate the full SEO report. So for that, the available actions are this one, and the parameter is using this website. All right, and then it is taking a pause and it is generating the response. Okay, so that is the action underscore response. And so this is the complete response, and that will be the end of the first loop. Then in the second loop, it will understand this response and then will create a thought. The SEO report reveals several areas that can be improved for better SEO. The website lack the H1 tags. Okay, all images are missing the alt tags. There are no internal links and there is no canonical tag found, all that stuff. Okay, so here are some ways to improve the SEO for this website. Include H1 tags and all that stuff. So it is acting as an SEO expert, and it is giving me all the recommendations for improvement. So it is making use of two loops. Now if we go back to the prompt, and if I show you the prompt again, so you will run in a loop of thought, action, and then we'll pause because it will be getting some results, and then the response will be here, action underscore response. So action underscore response will get all the response, and then that will be end of the first loop. In the second loop, it will make use of this response and then will further continue. If required, it will go to the third or fourth loop if required, or else will give us the final answer or the final recommendation. Okay, now if you want to create an agent for a different purpose, for example, you want the agent to draft the reply to an email, so you will have to change your prompt. But this prompt is for this SEO specific purpose. And again, you can change the name of the website, and or you can ask the different question. So again, it's up to you. So simply you change the website here, or you change the prompt here or the question. For example, you can say that, is this website mobile friendly? Is this website mobile friendly? And definitely you'll have to give the name of the website, and and it will automatically separate the website name from the complete prompt. Save, and again we need to run it, so go back, view terminal. It will open the old terminal and we can clear the screen and run again. So again, the query is this website mobile friendly or not? Enter. Okay, so in order to determine whether it is mobile friendly or not, so let's wait and let it finish. All right. Okay, to determine it is mobile friendly or not, it need to get the report, and the available actions are here. This is the response, action underscore response. Okay, this is the response it is getting, and then in the second loop it will understand this response and then will enter into the second loop, and this is the answer. Yes, the website is mobile friendly. Viewpoint method. Okay, fine. So again, if required, it could have entered into the third or fourth loop, but by the end of the second loop it is giving us the answer. So that is how you can create any AI agent. Okay, you can, again, if required, you can create the user front-end user interface, and instead of writing the prompt in the Python file, you can create the HTML front end, and you will just write the prompt, and so you can get all the replies. So this is the agent, which means it is using the external functionality. Okay, it is using the external functionality because this query cannot be answered by the ChatGPT. So it is using the external functionality. You can give 2, 3, 4 multiple tools. So this is just one tool. You can give multiple tools, which means you can create multiple agents. So that is how at the very basic level you can create the AI agents using the Python key here. Okay.